If you're chronically online, you probably saw this video of a girl singing How Far I'll Go in a Delta Airlines plane. The reactions to this performance have been mixed, but what I wanted to talk about is the implications of a video of this girl singing being uploaded online and how it invites a lot of issues. A quick backstory to why this girl was singing. Essentially, she wanted to entertain people because their flight got delayed. The delay was about 2 hours, so I can imagine the frustration that people felt when the girl started singing. Airplanes and airports are already so stressful, so I probably wouldn't want external forces piling up and adding more to my anxiety. And I also agree that there is a time and place for everything. This is an airplane and it's not a talent show or a karaoke bar. So maybe this girl shouldn't have started singing, or maybe her parents should have stopped her from coming up there and starting to sing. But I also don't think there's anything wrong with her like singing. As I mentioned in my short, at least she sang well. And sometimes for kids and teenagers, you can't really stop them from doing anything. You just have to let them do things so they can learn and make mistakes. Because as kids, as teenagers, even as adults, sometimes you have to stumble and make mistakes, and that's just a part of life. However, what I wanted to highlight is the posting of this video and the reactions to it from people on the internet. A video of this girl singing was first posted by this user on TikTok, and the text on the video says, "This girl sang Moana on the airplane mic and turned a frustrating flight into magic." I think this user was just trying to share something nice, something that could probably end up on the heartwarming subreddit, but other users were not as kind to this girl. They were leaving all these negative and sometimes rude comments, and I do have to give credit to the user for defending the girl in the comments, but I still don't agree with the user posting a video of this girl singing, especially since she's probably a minor, and who knows if the girl actually is aware that a video of her is being posted. However, it is a bit tricky because the girl went up and performed publicly and people were already watching. But does that decision to perform include this consent for people to record her and post the footage online? As far as we know, this girl isn't a celebrity or a public figure, she's just a girl singing. But that's not to say that if you're a celebrity, people are entitled to post videos of you, especially when you're not working. As much as the user intended to do something nice, this user opened up floodgates for the girl to have a digital footprint that she might not consent to, and the user also opened up the girl to negative comments. And we all know that people on the internet can be incredibly mean. In addition to making those comments, people have jumped into creating reaction videos, and not the usual kind of reaction videos.
Wow, that was so powerful.
Here we have videos of people saying that they were on the flight and they experienced the situation firsthand. Well, of course, some of these people might actually be on the flight. Some people are saying that these people are not on that flight and are just using a sound of the girl singing and overlaying it on a video of them being on a plane and looking frustrated. I don't know the validity of this latter statement, but I wouldn't put it past people to do something like that just because they wanted to jump on a trend or to get some clout. And this kind of behavior enables people to shame others in a way that might not be as obvious. This is why a lot of people are scared, like when you go out in public, people are recording you, because the slightest mistake can be posted on the internet and you can go viral for the wrong reasons. It is within our nature to like blunders and people making mistakes. Us as human beings do have a history of airing out embarrassing moments, rumors, or beef. That's why tabloids used to sell incredibly well, and that's why users like Demois is incredibly popular. We as people like gossiping. In an article for The Atlantic, Sarah E. Igo wrote about how there were old newspapers that aired out an affair between a French king and his daughter-in-law, among other scandalous reports. With the kinds of technology that we have these days, it just makes it easier for us to share any sort of tea. Privacy on the internet has always been a problem, especially with the rise of surveillance capitalism. While surveillance capitalism is primarily defined as social media, apps, devices, or websites tracking our behavior and using this information to create targeted advertisement, I also think the term oddly fits with what is happening right now. We surveil and we record and we post in hopes that we get awarded with things like likes or engagement, or maybe if we're lucky, money or monetization. Sarah E. Igo also said, "Our models and tools for safeguarding privacy need to catch up. We live in a world where daily, continuous, and often unfelt and unseen intrusions are the rule. For a shot at privacy in the digital age, to say nothing of the coming metaverse, we will need to envision privacy as a collective social good. As a collective, we need to safeguard other people's privacy too." Just imagine this girl's legacy being her singing Moana on Delta Airlines, just because it's so hard to scrub her digital footprint. Instead of people finding this act endearing, people hate her for it. Being a teenage girl is already hard as it is. Do we want to contribute to the shame? And is it also appropriate for us to share videos of other people on the internet because we find it funny? Why can't we just share it with close friends? Why must it be a public video? Do we crave attention, validation, and engagement that much? It's already hard to keep your privacy on the internet. Why don't we mitigate the risk and protect each other as well? But what do you guys think? Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. If you like it, please consider engaging with it. Give it a like, maybe even comment and share it. Why not subscribe to the channel as well? Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.